Hello again, everybody. I just did a video about connecting with pets and I did not like it, so I'm doing it again. So if you just watched what I did, you're not experiencing deja vu. I'm doing this video over again, so don't watch it if you don't want to listen to the exact same information. So Facebook Live is a journey that I am still working through and perfecting, so I'm going to do this video again. So I want to share how I connect with pets using my intuition, and I am a psychic medium, angel channel, and intuitive healer. And if you know of anybody who would be interested in learning about intuition and connecting with pets, please share this on your newsfeed. So animals have souls just like people do. I think most of us understand that, especially all pet owners do. And because they have souls and spirits, I am able to connect to their energy just like I can when with a human being. And I'm able to do so whether or not the pet is alive or dead. So through this work, it's just really moving to me because I can see the love and how an animal expresses love and shares love with their owners. And even animals that I would consider to be very primitive, like reptiles, I would think that their souls would be too primitive for me to connect with, but that's not the case. So I will share with you the story about, firstly, how I connected with a turtle who had passed away. This little girl lost her turtle and she was very sad. And at first I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. And then the turtle showed me that the little girl also had would you call it brothers and sisters? I don't even know if turtles have genders, but I will say maybe the same turtles that came from the mother. The little girl also had those turtles, and the turtle showed me the tank and just kind of like how the turtle experienced this little girl through its perspective, and the details were really specific, and so I was able to relay the messages, and it was really healing for this girl. And prior to that, the first time I had given a reading regarding a pet was for a dog owner, and I was thinking to myself, how am I gonna kind of prove to myself and to this client that I'm connecting to the right spirit with a dog, because dogs all do the same thing. They bark, they eat dog food, they like to be outside and go for walks. And so, but as I kind of saw in my mind's eye the life of the dog, it showed me how it used to love to sit by the fireplace, and there was like a white rug that it would sit on, and it would chase its own tail. And then it showed me a collar and a toy that the owner had saved after the dog had died. And it was showing me ways in which it was trying to show the owner that it was still surrounding her. Just like in every single reading that I do, when a person passes away, that person or that spirit will show me how they're trying to reach my client. And so the animals often do the same thing. So I found that a really beautiful experience that I had with a horse a long time ago, years and years ago, before I knew I was psychic. I was driving cross country and I stopped in front of a horse farm, and the horse that was standing behind the fence, and I was directly in front of it, and I was just gazing into its eyes, and I felt suddenly like I was really communing with the soul of this horse, and it felt really profound. And then telepathically I told the horse that I was leaving, and it stomped its hoof, and I felt like it stomped its hoof because it didn't want me to go. And now I can see that I don't think I was imagining things. I did a reading for a woman whose horse came through, and I was blown away by the pure loving spirit of this horse and how sophisticated the horse was. And I could see how this woman and the horse found each other, because the horse needed to help the woman heal emotionally in ways that no person could really. And again, the horse showed me specific details, so I trusted that I was connecting to the right spirit. And it felt like such a healing spirit that to me it was almost like an angel in the form of a horse. And so with that, I guess I would say that I really believe in the healing power of animals. Service animals can really help people with anxiety and depression and children with behavioral issues, trauma, PTSD. I believe in that so strongly now that I can actually see kind of behind the scenes how their souls are connecting with their owners. And equine therapy is a type of therapy. I don't know exactly how it works, but the idea is that when a person rides the horse, there's a therapeutic exchange. And there's a lot of work with children with autism, I believe, and a lot of work with equine therapy and children and also adults. And I can see how that would work, again, because this horse is just such a loving, sweet spirit. And so just as a person who passes away really never leaves us completely, and it's the same with animals. Animals will try to connect with you to show you that they're around because they want to comfort you while you're grieving. So if you do feel like you hear a bark or something like that, or you're sleeping, my dad told me I had this cat that I ended up giving to my parents because it loved them more than it loved me. But I was able to get over it, and it especially had a strong bond with my dad. And when my dad was sleeping, it used to crawl or climb over him. It would climb over him, and my dad would feel like the fur brushing his face. And my dad told me that after my cat died, he would wake up kind of feeling that sensation, and I believe that was, my cat who, was trying to show my dad that it was around. So don't doubt yourself if you're feeling like a connection there. And so yeah, that's basically it, my story. If you are interested in having me connect with your pet who's alive or passed away, I would love to help. I think it's especially useful if your animal is having some strange behavioral difficulty, or if it's sick and no one really understands what's going on, or if you're not sure whether or not it's time to put your animal down. I find that intuitive pet readings can be really, really useful for those things. So thank you for listening. And you can go to my website at sarahitkin.com if you'd like to schedule a reading with me. Have a wonderful night.